Here we go. Come join me for week 2 of my fitness wellness journey and stick around with me at the end when we make black bean brownie brittle on the dehydrator. Let's find out if we liked it. Good morning, everybody. We're entering week 2. I started yesterday by doing 2 walks a day instead of 1. So I did a walk in the evening, which made me sleep really sound, and it made it hard to get up this morning to do my morning walk. So we're kind of getting a later start, but that's okay. We're getting it done. And you know, you're going to want to make sure that you don't let your body get too used to doing the same routine. You're going to want to change it up. So that's not to say to overexert yourself, but just kind of push yourself so you can shock your different muscles into doing different things. For example, you can change up the terrain that you walk on. Let's say you walk on flat surface, so start trying to do more elevation, maybe steps or something. Maybe start wearing ankle weights, wrist weights, just add a little bit of weight to your workout. It's going to take my body a little time to get used to 2 big long walks a day, especially when the second one's so close to my bedtime when I'm usually winding down and relaxing. So even just getting up 30 minutes later today, it's a lot hotter. That's why I'm on the green belt. Okay, so we are on week 2 and then day 2 of doing 2 walks a day. So this is my second night to walk, and at first I was like, ooh, that's kind of scary to walk at night. But I guess because it's so hot during the day, there's just as many people out at night, like watering their yards. I feel pretty safe. It's pretty peaceful. I left Hazel behind on this trip because I love her to death, but she kind of slows me down a little bit. And so she's at home. I don't want to overdo it with her just because I'm trying to work out more. Doesn't mean I need to drag her along each time. But this way I can kind of get a faster walk in a little bit quicker. So, love you, Hazy. Don't take it personal. I decided to do some low impact aerobics and cardio and kind of give my joints a break. In the pool, I just have these foam water weights that work against the resistance of the water, and I also enjoy doing laps across the pool and then going into the deep end when nobody's there and just kind of doggy paddling in place for about 20 minutes just to get a good cardio workout. I also try not to fall in the habit of just sitting in front of the TV and not being very active. While watching TV, I'll get up with my weighted bar and just start doing some strength training. I try to do 3 sets of 15. It is 7:30 in the morning, and Hazel and we decided to go ahead and do a bike ride this morning. I do this path. I think it's like 4 miles. I don't know how it's gonna work out for me to do the evening walks as much as I enjoy it, because when I get home and it's later in the evening and then I'm thirsty and I drink a lot of water and then I'm up all night going to the bathroom. So when I was walking in the morning, I slept like a baby at night, and I still sleep soundly. It's disrupted all night. As much as I enjoy those evening walks while the weather is just so excruciatingly hot and it's not even possible to get out before 8:30 p.m. I'll probably just indoor cardio, be it Zumba or my full body workout, body pump I think is what we used to call it when I was at the gym. It's just an all over body workout. I'm gonna stop for a little stretch. Hey little duckies. Hi little turtle. Y'all are everywhere. Let's see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I found out a fun little fact about Chihuahuas. I was looking up how much they're supposed to walk a day because I really don't want to overexert Hazel, you know. Since I'm working out, she's so loyal. She always wants to be with me. I was looking it up and it turns out they're only supposed to walk about 30 minutes a day. I've been walking her 40 minutes 2 times a day. The thing that I read about Chihuahuas is they're so loyal and want to be by your side. They don't even care. They'll push through it. So even if it's hard on them, they won't let you know. They'll just keep going. So that's why I wanted to kind of change it up today, let her ride in the back of my bike, just get out and take some frequent breaks where she can walk just a little bit. So far she's doing well, but I definitely will only get out when it's first thing in the morning or late in the evening. It's just too hot for these puppies to be out there all day. Right, Hazel? Right? So after our bike ride, I dropped off the bike at the house and then I grabbed the stroller. We still have about 30 minutes before it starts getting really, really hot. And I just decided to, since Hazel didn't really get to walk that much on the bike ride, other than when I stopped to take a couple little breaks, I decided to just walk down to the park. That's about enough exercise for her, as much as she needs. I just don't want to overdo it with these little tiny legs that are only a few inches long. I need my baby to stay healthy and be with me a long time. I don't want to overexert her. Right, Hazel? Let's go walk for a few minutes before it starts getting really hot. Boy, whoever put that sign up sure knows what they're talking about. So I decided to walk a little bit earlier tonight for my evening walk. You can see the sun is starting to set right behind me. Heat index, I checked it before I left. It was like 109, and it's after 8 o'clock. It's going to be a long, hot summer. Good morning, everyone. It's about 6:20 in the morning. I just had a burst of energy. I have been up since about 5:15, but it was too dark for my comfort level to go out for a walk. But I'm just surprised that I had that much energy, seeing that I did a walk last night. And I gave my husband quite a scare because I forgot to tell him when I went out on my nightly walk. I got sidetracked. I met a new neighbor and we talked for like 30 minutes. So my husband was like, where is she? That walk normally takes about 40 minutes and I was gone like an hour and a half. I just lost track of time. But, so like I said, I've got more energy today and I'm able to sleep on my back again, because I know that sounds crazy. It hadn't even been, well, yeah, it's been about 2 weeks. So that can't really be enough time to do that significant of an improvement, but normally I have to sleep on either one of my sides or on my stomach or something, because laying back, it's like I feel like I can't breathe. It's also 80 degrees with a heat index of 87. I know that doesn't sound that bad, but for 6:20 in the morning and living on the Gulf Coast, lots of humidity, it feels like being in a sauna. But I wanted to also let y'all know I didn't bring Hazel on this walk because I'm going to just start letting her tell me if she wants to go. Like if she gets all excited and starts licking me and being all spastic, then I know she wants to go with me. But if she stays laying in bed, I'm not going to disturb her. You know, our little four-legged babies are like little humans. They'll let us know when they want to rest or when they want to go along. So, you know, I'm not going to overdo it with her. She is literally my best friend. I want her to be healthy, live a long time. So I'm just not going to take any chances with her in this summer heat in Texas. One of my biggest struggles has always been I've always had a sweet tooth. So I'm trying to think of recipes when I get a sweet tooth while I'm on my health journey, what I can eat to kind of curb that sweet tooth. So in my pantry here, I've got this Ghirardelli chocolate brownie mix, and it is 140 calories a serving. Now, I do believe that you can do some things in moderation. I don't think that just because you're on a health journey that you must deprive yourself of something you enjoy. So I am going to show you a recipe that I've made before using a secret ingredient that will probably surprise you, may gross you out, but you can totally mask the taste. You won't even know it's in there. Gives you a burst of protein. I'm going to show you a healthier version of how to make these brownies. Are you ready for it? That secret ingredient is black beans. Made these brownies before using black beans, and they're delicious. You don't even know that they're in there. But I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do it, the brownie batter, instead of doing it in the oven, I'm going to do it on my dehydrator. I'm going to spread it out real thin and try to make, you know, if you've ever had brownie brittle, that's what I'm going to try to make. Now, that's the part that's new to me that I've never done before, is making it on the dehydrator. But I can tell you, if you wanted to make this in the oven using black beans, it's really, really good. So let's get started. I will be sure to leave a link in the description box below with a recipe for this black bean brownie. And like I said, the only difference is I made mine into a brittle on the dehydrator. Here I am just mixing up the oats and putting it in a food processor, making sure it's kind of like an oat flour consistency. And then now I'm adding some black beans, as you can see. And if I could have found all the parts to my big food processor, I wouldn't have had to do these steps individually. But I just wanted to make sure that the oat flour and the black bean got nice and mixed and incorporated together, so there weren't a bunch of creepy lumps. The coconut oil looks really disgusting, but it's totally fine, I promise. Depending on the temperature where you store it, it will either be solid, or in this case it was really runny and lumpy, but it all baked just nicely. And here I am just adding the brown sugar, which was an optional step. You do not have to add it. I think I added maybe 1/4 of a cup, and that made it just nice and sweet, but you definitely don't have to add the brown sugar. Then you're just going to mix it on your little silicone trays in your dehydrator. Obviously, your climate will have a lot to do with what temperature you set your dehydrator to. We did ours at 160 for 12 hours. The brownie brittle is done. Alright, now let's do a taste test of the brownie brittle. So far, it looks just like what you get at the grocery store. You know how they, in the bakery section, they sell the bags of brownie brittle. It's like $5. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes just like it. That's crazy. It's got black beans in it, and it tastes just like brownie brittle. I don't know why I'm acting surprised, because when I made this in the oven, it tasted just like a regular brownie. But I was kind of surprised that it turned out as well and pliable as it did, having all that coconut oil in there. If you were to want to make this to store long term, we're probably just going to put it in a Ziploc bag and eat it over the next few days. But let's say you were wanting to take this on a camping trip or a hiking trip or something, and you wanted it to have a little longer shelf life, I would just leave the oil out. But even the chocolate chips, the handful of chocolate chips that I put in, they didn't even melt. They stayed intact. But I think this is good. I think that you can also crumble this up. You can either make it into a powder and just put it on your Greek yogurt to just give it some chocolate flavoring, or you could break it into little pieces and mix it up with some granola, have some trail mix, maybe put some marshmallows and some little graham cracker bits or the little honey grahams in there. I think this is really good. I would call this a hit. I hope you give it a try. Let me know your thoughts. Since this was kind of more of an experiment, I am just going to store it in a regular Ziploc bag. Next time, if I want to store it longer, I am going to leave the coconut oil out, because that will go rancid kind of fast. I think this will be good ground up into a powder and maybe put into milk. I think this would be good in oatmeal and like a trail mix, yogurt. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell for notifications so you know the next time a video gets uploaded. Y'all take care now.